The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, first baby Jesus. Now the church. Thieves broke into a house of worship, and we found out more tonight about what they took. Also tonight, two butchers, both employed at Bahama, are accused of stealing more than $20,000 worth of meat. Hear how it was all uncovered. Backswin, meanwhile, living up to its promise of new ambulances in country before Christmas. Hear how they're being prepared to officially be introduced into the system. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, just days before Christmas, a place meant for worship and community has become the latest target of crime, leaving a local congregation seeking answers. Linton Ritchie Jr. has the story.
A series of break-ins over a 48-hour period has left McCadish Ministries International Church reeling just days before Christmas. Thieves targeted the incomplete structure of the church's new building, making off with more than $60,000 worth of construction materials intended for completion of the project. Eyewitness News visited the property with lead bishop Chadwick Lamar James just moments after inmates from the Bahamas Department of Corrections work scheme helped to secure the area where the materials had been stored.
Last week we had somebody came in and took like about 28 sheets of plywood. Saturday night they came and sold another 28 sheets of plywood. That is the roof for our building.
Authorities say they were able to recover only the first batch of stolen items after the materials were discovered hidden on a nearby property. The items taken during the second break-in, however, remain missing. Bishop James telling Eyewitness News that the church has continued to push through adversity despite setbacks that have delayed its move into the new building. Just as significant progress was being made, the church was once again targeted.
The brother came, we hired to put the roof on, with a crane, carried over $60,000 worth of material and never brought it back. Church is telling me we need to press charges, we need to prosecute this man and everything, but I'm still praying. There's somewhere in my heart is still praying that God will touch his heart.
Now, following those break-ins, the entire concrete structure has been completely boarded up to stop thieves from gaining access to the inside of the church's property. But officials say they're remaining faithful that one day the congregation will be able to gather inside this building for worship.
We have done this without going to the bank. We've been trying hard to do it, and every dime we try to put the roof on, every dime we try to put the windows in, and we're still pushing, we're still pressing to get the job done.
With churches and communities increasingly falling victim to crime, officials say it's time for a collective effort to address what they describe as a growing societal problem.
Our society has gone to the place now where nobody reverence anybody thinks, much less the house of God. This is the house of God, and our name, McCadish, simply means set aside, sanctified. We want to sanctify the situation.
Bishop James says his prayer is that those responsible will return the stolen items as the church's focus remains on completing the building and continuing the work they believe God has called them to do. Linton Ritchie Jr., Eyewitness News.
Wow, the bishop is praying that the people have a heart and a soul this Christmas and return the construction material. Sir, I just don't know, because it's quite vexing. I mean, when we talk about the two butchers at Bahama who stole meat, then you all saw them thief baby Jesus. I used that word, I did. from the nativity display at Western Esplanade. It's just vexing, though, you all, to see how people cannot respect another person's property or something put on display for the public enjoyment, that they figure that they're going to go and help themselves to the hard work of another person, or in this instance now, an entire ministry. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, my contributors, Ellington Ferguson and Garth Roseborough. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you. It's good to have you both here. This was sort of how we started last night, with one set of stealing. Now tonight we're back with another set of stealing, and you mean the church is not off limits?
Well, good evening, Shanique, and good evening, Bahamas. Well, certainly, finally, Herod and those, they were not lying after all. When they told the soldiers to tell the people that somebody stole his body. Somebody finally did steal baby Jesus. So that story, we can't refute from the Herod and those no more.
In the Bahamas, I mean, all the way to the Bahamas, eh?
And take to come all the way to the Bahamas. And so I listened to the good Bishop Chadwick James. I think it's a little naive to think because it's a church, and not even a church where people are already worshiping, a structure that you're putting up, thing that you can put things there and people say, oh, it's a church. Those days been gone. That ship has sailed and even sunk. I think it's very naive to think you can leave things there with no kind of security. And
because it seems as though it was opened, according to what Linton said, that structure was just boarded up.
After the fact.
Following the theft.
I mean, people have got killed going to church. Remember, I think it was 2 years ago, a lady was attending prayer meeting, stray bullets killed her. We've had stories where women were raped in the church house. So these are serious times, and we've got to pay attention to these times. And this is a season where people will do anything for a couple of dollars. And I would expect Bishop James to be giving his parishioners this kind of advice, to be very astute, to be very watchful around this time, because people are out for the take. And I'm going to tell you, those I've had a sale for them prior to them people stealing them. They had a pre-sale for them. And so it's one thing to have mercy and pity, but it's another thing to allow people to face the consequence of their stealing. You talk about the other stealing down there at Bahama. People know exactly what they're doing. And when you can steal for these reasons, people are stealing because of greed, and they just can't satisfy with what they're getting.
Yeah, good night, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here again, and always to be with Shanique Miller and everyone else. For some time, a number of years, I've been a proponent of the clergy, the ecclesia, the church that is, to be more involved in community building. In my estimation, Shanique Miller, the church has fallen far off course. And one of those issues that we have faced as a nation is that of the prosperity gospel, where it almost seemed as if money was going into the house of God on a one-way street. We thank God for those churches that are ministering, however, giving out free food, free clothing, etc. We thank you for the Robert Karens and the Sebastians and those who are giving. But for so many years, people have been taking from communities, leaving them without. And it left a whole generation of young people who are wanting. They feel as if they are entitled. And this is what we're facing right now in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, a spirit of entitlement. It's no longer called stealing. It's you have it, I need it, it's mine. And so for those of you who are in responsibility, I'm speaking about the government, I'm speaking about the Royal Bahamas Police Force, I'm speaking about the churches, I'm speaking about the corporate citizenry. You need to get more involved in the community if you expect community to be your protector, because God himself can protect us all.
Get more involved how, Garth?
Well, you got to be
doing what?
You got to be more endearing. For instance, we having all these murders in our country, right? Where are the clergy going into the community and speaking to the young men of that particular community? We don't see that. We don't witness that. Very few times we may hear of a clergy member going into the community and doing that type of ministry. We talk about psychological effects in our country. We have a lot of people who are just demented. We have people who are dysfunctional. We have so many issues in this country. In times past, as for me, I always look to the church with a great amount of respect, a great amount of sanctity. And now the church doesn't even seem if it's there. And so when people break into a church, I have to ask myself the question, How involved is that church in the community, and who's watching over the church, or is the church truly watching over its community?
But Garth, I don't care how disconnected or the church is there, and guess what? The doors of the church are always open. Go there and make a valuable contribution, and then you will receive equal, because you cannot go and steal from a church, a business, whatever it is. You just cannot go and take it upon yourself and figure that you're going to go and take advantage of these people's, I don't care how naive it may have been, to leave it just perhaps stacked to a corner of an open building. It is still unlawful to go and take what's not yours. And people give back. I mean, how much more giving back you want them to give in the hood?
Then what is the definition, Shanique Miller, of what's yours? You have people right now running around this country saying, you owe me $100,000. What you talking about, Shanique Miller? In this very country called the Bahamas, you got people say, you know what? Man, I need property. I live off of Carmichael Road West. People going into the woods, into our crown land, and taking the tractor and staking up a coconut tree. This is my land. What you talking about, Shanique Miller?
I blame the officials for allowing that madness to continue.
It's madness.
And again, when you go and say, let's give that $100,000, for example, that you said that people are
entitled to.
The people
and
entitled
they need
to.
that thing, and they did it now.
And that is why if you don't push a hard day's work for these people, they will develop this entitlement attitude and feel as though somehow something like that is something that will be delivered to them.
Okay.
Because, Shanique, they were told that they have a right to it. And once they were told they have a right to it, they went on the land and they started to live on it, and there was no consequences. The people who went there were surprised. I was surprised, and I'm sure many other Bahamians, especially in the Carmichael area, were surprised. And so what has developed is a new type of shanty town
Lawlessness,
on that previously well-field, and government has done nothing to it. Thousands of acres have been cleared down, and people are now moving. You see structures in the back. In the nighttime, you see all kind of solar panel lights, and in the back they look like the third city here on New Providence.
Well, I'll tell you this government of the Bahamas, and this is this administration, because it happened in this term, yes?
Yeah.
How have you sat back? And yes, we know about the Haitian shanty towns, and we're vexed about those as well, but you've been targeting those. So how have you sat back and allowed Bahamians to go and clear land and then build house, home, and everything else on these land, and then now you're going to go back years later and tell them to get off?
No, that should not happen.
You should have at the beginning not allow it to happen.
Absolutely.
And guys, let's get into this later on, because that's a good discussion to actually get into. The fact that the government sat down and did just like this, that's the emoji just like this. That's what the government did and allowed it to happen.
But you should see the Shanique Miller, they got Christmas tree lights in the bush too, on the ground land. Christmas tree lights.
I'm telling you, it
so
looked like a city
maybe the next time they see a baby Jesus, maybe it's right there in the back of the bush.
It might be right there. But gentlemen, listen to this though. Listen to this. If that ain't bad enough with the church and the theft, and not that this is better than the church, I'm just saying, 2 men employed, right? 2 butchers at the Bahama Resort now facing charges accused of stealing more than $20,000 worth of prime cut meats.
Yeah.
From the property.
Wow.
They must have been selling. Police say Bradley Bethel and D'Angelo Johnson, both reportedly employed as butchers, along with a third man, Edwin McGregor, are accused of taking hundreds of cases of meat and 2 cases of chicken over a 2-day period.
Oh, man.
That is just this month, between December 9th and 10th.
They're real entrepreneurs.
Investigators estimate the total value of the stolen items at just over $20,000. The 3 men appeared in magistrate's court on Monday, which was yesterday, before Magistrate Abigail Farrington, where they all entered not guilty pleas. Each were granted $9,000 bail. Gentlemen, your thoughts on this, again, unacceptable. I imagine the operational expenses just for maybe the food and beverage department or division of Bahama is quite significant. And to have people who I imagine are paid and agreed to work for whatever the wage is, but they figure they can take some off the top.
It's unfortunate when people work at these establishments and they see what they perceive to be a loophole or opening where they can do these things because of some free access in and out, and they figure that they can get away with these things and put their family, if they're married, have kids, they put their family life in jeopardy because now they face the prospects of possibly going to prison. just overgrade. I'm sure you're working, you're getting paid a salary that you agreed to and able to take care of your family, but because people see things and see opportunities that they can take advantage of, and they seek to do that. Very, very unfortunate, Shanique. Very, very unfortunate, especially during this kind of time. I guess they figured that they could have make a couple of dollars from it. And the real issue is now, with this particular property, they don't even have a union to step in and plead mercy or
well, I don't blame them. That's good. That's good, because what unions do sometimes is just hold up the whole process. Good. I'm happy it's no union in place.
Yeah, so
but the sticky
it's going to be interesting.
Of the Bahamians, and that's putting it quite nicely. It is quite vexing, I'm sure, to the overall expenses of an operation. Garth, your thoughts?
Pilferage is huge.
Once again, Shanique Miller, the spirit of entitlement. What we're looking here right now, Shanique Miller, is where people are growing a brain. This generation feels as if they are smarter than every other generation before them. They cannot wait for their gravy for their meat. They need the meat and the gravy today. And when they see it, here comes the opportunity. They become the new Al Capones of the world. They don't understand. We got CCTV cameras. We got listening devices. Everything is online, and guess what? Sooner or later, you get caught. This spirit of entitlement, people, I don't know what we're going to do with our younger generation, Shanique Miller, but work ethic is the order of the day. Eh? We need to teach our people how to be honest, how to be trustworthy, and how to develop work ethic. Where does that example lie? It has to start with our elders. It got to start with your pastors. It got to start with your educators. It has to start with your preachers. Y'all got to start being honest. We're tired of reading about you people living this life of entitlement that you two have. You got wife, you got sweetheart. Now you're fooling with young girls, you're fooling with young boys. The stories are endless, man. Y'all got to stop this. We need a country and a nation that is pointed towards God. In the name of Jesus, baby Jesus, we need y'all to behave.
Who's going to legislate? Who's going to legislate morality?
No, but God, in all fairness, though, I heard you said this new generation. Yeah. I used to work in a hotel one time ago, many years ago, the old Holiday in Paradise Island. And I am aware of people doing that. Shanique, no, so it's nothing new. People in these hotels sometimes, you see them taking out the garbage and dumping the garbage. There's food in those garbage bags that they put in the dump, and when they get off, they go in the dump and pick the stuff up and take it home. That's been happening for years.
And Bahamians, remember Eleuthera, South Eleuthera in particular, that was thriving and booming some decades ago, and then it just dried right up because of theft.
Yes.
Meanwhile, though, Dr. Hubert Minnis, Member of Parliament for Kalani, on TikTok, trolling his trollers. Take a look at this.
I got married in Italy. Am I saying you copied me by getting married in Italy? Who performed at my wedding? Andrea Bocelli. Who performed at Courtney's wedding? Andrea Bocelli. You stole my wedding country and my wedding performer. Andrea Bocelli is my favorite male singer of all time, but I'm copying her Dolce.
I saw that. I don't even know what time I sent that to Justin, because I was scrolling on, you know, sometimes when you can't sleep, TikTok is actually the thing. Yeah. And so I saw that on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, wow, Dr. Minnis is just hitting. And some may say, what is he talking about? What's up? What it is TikTok is its own thing. And you obviously, I'm not sure what the video was intended for. Maybe somebody would have the answer. We look at that in temperature check. But your thoughts, gentlemen, on how Dr. Minnis has just stepped into this game. And so far, everything he does really appears to sort of be working for him.
Dr. Minnis has developed a whole brand new charm. Dr. Minnis is revived himself, revived his brand. And we're seeing a side of Dr. Minnis that the Bahamas have not known heretofore. So I think it's working very good for him. He's managing it very well. He's not running from questions or hard issues.
Many of the hard issues,
He's facing it head on. And I think it's good. And it demonstrates and shows you that he has the ability to do these things, even in tough times. Everybody has kind of known Dr. Minnis for a kind of a time that the world was confused. the world was uncertain about. That's the Dr. Minnis that people have gotten to see. That's the Dr. Minnis that local Bahamians have gotten to see, and it did not do him justice. And we are seeing a real Dr. Minnis that has now rebranded himself.
Well, my words for Dr. Minnis is that as you're tick-tocking, just keep in mind that time is tick-tocking away. We are actually in the year of a general election. And watching these members of parliament and those who are aspiring to become members of parliament tick-tock away. I just want you to know that popularity did not win the by-election of Golden Isles. You got to get on the ground and you got to give us some entitlement. I got to use this word entitlement tonight?
No,
Let's
not push that.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
No, let's not push that, Garth, because when a certain class of people hear that entitlement, they will truly sit there and wait. And by the way, before you respond to that, 1 second, I just want to say that Bahamas story, I'm sure I use alleged and accused, but I certainly want to just reinforce those words right there, that those are allegations at this point. Both men pleaded, in fact, all three men pleaded not guilty. Justin, where are you going? D'Angelo, where you all going? And we have to talk with Marvin Dames on TikTok.
Well, your team
Marvin Dames on TikTok. Dames, I want to say this. Come for some classes. Because I'll tell you this, Marvin, you ain't quite getting it, man. We can talk about this tomorrow night. In fact, hold on to Marvin Dames' TikTok for tomorrow night.
Now?
It's something about Marvin Dames on TikTok that ain't quite, you know what I mean? Quite that home run. That's all I'm saying. Listen.
Draw nigh to Minnis and he'll draw nigh to you.
Keep TikToking. Keep TikToking.
No, I'm telling you this though. It's nothing. No, the TikTok is good. It's fine. And it's good that it's entertaining. But that's a part of this election cycle. That's why I'm talking about it. However, though, if you are not out front, you have no business TikToking.
That's what I'm talking
It's as simple as that. Now, if you want to know what out front means, tune in tomorrow night.
Well, you can't do it to me again, Shanique Miller.
So, like, one place to sit.
Welcome to Sunburst Super Christmas Sale, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Prices start at just $28.95 for top quality wall paints and high gloss oil paints for $55.95 a gallon. Lucky customers get a chance to win a 42-inch TV every Saturday starting now. The drawing will take place at Sunburst Paints the first week of December. You can also have a chance to win one of 2 65-inch TVs during the month of December. So hurry on down to Sunburst Paints on Harold Road, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Happy holidays, everybody! Have you heard about Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back? Get up to 20% off your toys or bicycles, electronic ride-on cars, four-wheelers, and motor tricycle purchases. All electrical item sales are final. Bring in a current year Janae's back-to-school purchase receipt, valued more than $50 excluding VAT, and get an additional 10% off. Restrictions apply. And don't forget the Christmas decorations, balls, and ornaments. Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back going on now. Extended store hours till 7 p.m. Hurry in and get more bang for your bucks.
Very dry, tight, sensitive skin? Relieve it in 60 seconds with Aveeno Skin Relief. With soothing triple oat complex, clinically proven to heal and strengthen dry skin. Aveeno, your skin stronger.
Don't let diarrhea steal your sunshine. Imodium Multi-Symptom Relief gets to work fast in just 1 hour, offering our most complete relief from diarrhea, bloating, gas, and cramps. So you can get diarrhea off your mind. Imodium. Calm the chaos of diarrhea.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
It's a Holy Frosty Christmas, and Wendy's and Coke is bringing the chill. This year, when you upgrade any Wendy's combo to a large, you can instantly win big with the Upgrade and Win Christmas giveaway. We're talking travel gift cards, gadgets, holiday treats, and prizes that make your Holly Frosty Christmas shine. Just upgrade your favorite lunch combo, scan the QR code on your receipt to enter and let the holiday magic begin. Enjoy great tasting food and win big this Christmas with Wendy's and Coca-Cola's Upgrade and Win. Rules and restrictions apply.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play.
Now this is paradise.
It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise.
Now this is paradise.
Come experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, 'cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good. You feel like velvet rubbing over my skin, and when your
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. 1 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Baxwin is getting ready to present a new fleet of ambulances into the public service. It is a part of a meteorological, aviation, emergency response initiative that brings along with it several industries set to impact the entire nation, really, especially when it comes to emergency response. The ambulances are now being equipped, inspected, and prepared to be included and assigned. Now, of course, you're looking on the screen at, I think, one of them. You may see another one there. I think they are being, well, we'll get all the information, but there it is. I mean, huge, outfitted. You see what's on there, Public Hospitals Authority and RPM, Public Hospitals Authority. It's a major, major initiative. And there's another one, I think, that's getting ready to be painted and obviously with various wrappings on it. And so certainly, of course, we're happy to see that. The nation applauds it because we know of the shortage in terms of emergency response vehicles that really is countrywide. Well, joining me this evening is Michael Strawn, the COO of Baxwin, and LaRon Burrows, President and CEO of Aviatrix. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. It's great to have you both here.
Good evening.
Thanks for having us.
Michael, you were here before and you talked about the fact that those ambulances will be here before Christmas. I know, of course, special promises were made to Michael, but let's just talk about how significant that is to see those ambulances there and how many in this first batch have landed.
Thanks, Shanique. So we've been here twice before and both times we spoke about these ambulances as a part of the larger aviation infrastructure and also emergency response infrastructure that we were working to put in place in accordance with our heads of agreement. We signed the agreement back in July for this initial six ambulances. And so at this point, we're proud that as of to date, there's currently 4 in country. We have possession of 2. 2 are at the port, and then the remaining 2 will be at the port before the end of the year. And we'll have all of those released out in early part of January. After they've thoroughly gone through their induction and inspections and handed over to the relevant agencies as a part of our mandate to improve the overall aviation safety in the sector, not only for the international aviation sector, but also for the local communities that will benefit from this added capacity.
Mm-hmm. It's great to see this materializing, and the fact that, listen, what was promised and what was talked about and discussed for months now. You mentioned the heads of agreement, but it's good to see that it really is now a reality. It's happening, and as you said, even before the end of the year, a total of 6 new ambulances will be here, and that, of course, will lead to more in the new year. What strategic gaps, and you, Laurent, you can step in here as well. What strategic gaps does this initiative fill for the Bahamas, and why is now the right time to help outfit the Bahamas in this way?
Thank you, Shanika, and good evening, Bahamas. This is a very timely venture. It's one that goes back almost 10 years ago, starting off with aviation meteorology and growing over the years into emergency response on the aviation side. So when you look at the Bahamas, we have somewhere between 23 to 26 international airports. And I'll dare say that the majority of them do not have the requisite requirements in order to provide emergency response in the event there was a particular tragic or near tragic incident that would happen on them. And so by virtue of this public-private relationship, public-private partnership with the government, we have stepped forward to assist in coordinating and providing these emergency response services, working with government ministries, agencies, and authorities, as well as working with an international partner who provides emergency medical response, mainly in the Middle East and other areas around the world in Response Plus Medical. So our intention is to ultimately supply up to 58 ambulances at all of the major international airports throughout the Bahamas. When you look at the Bahamas on a per capita basis, we probably have the most airports per capita than any other country in the Caribbean. And as a result of that, there's a need for significant infrastructural investment. So not only will we be providing ambulances, but we will also be assisting by establishing aviation trauma centers, as well as aviation clinics to provide services in the event God forbid there's any type of disaster that happens with any of the airlines flying through our territory.
And while, gentlemen, this is obviously set for meteorology, aviation, emergency response, and to really shore up the nation in that way, it benefits local communities at the same time, doesn't it?
Definitely. So we don't anticipate that there will be a medical emergency that happens at any of our airports on a daily basis. And so when you look at us investing in as much as 300 emergency medical technicians, as well as paramedics, trauma nurses and trauma doctors stationed at many of our locations, in the event there are major catastrophes, mishaps that happen in our communities on the islands, especially in the southern portion of the Bahamas, there will always be the opportunity for our team to be able to step outside of the boundaries of the airport to render services.
What differentiates this Bax-Quinn solution from any other meteorology and emergency response providers?
I think the difference maker in this is the fact that we have a very strong focus on building the relationship with other communities that we intend to invest and operate in. And like Laurent stated, we have a unique problem, and I've said it before in my discussions on the show prior, talking about the government having to operate and maintain 20 plus airports in different islands that are separated by large bodies of water. Logistically, that's a challenge. So you can imagine the fact that the government is also required to provide the services for these communities, oftentimes at a loss. What we're providing is that we're going to take that load off where we can and how we can. And it's all going to be paid through the charging mechanism that we'll be presenting to the international airlines and bodies early next year. And the benefits to the local communities, like Laurent stated, we don't anticipate every day there's going to be an aviation incident where these assets need to be deployed. So when they're not in use for those specified purposes, there's a community benefit. You're going to add a lot of trained personnel onto these islands and provide a level of care and service that, in our travels throughout these communities, they complain, they feel neglected and lacking in a lot of areas. And it's really a financial issue when it boils down to it, where the government has limited resources financially that they can provide these services. And so we're just trying to, in accordance not only with our agreements with the government, but also with our project mandate during our build-out phase, we want to be able to not only provide the technology that is needed for the safe passage for these aircraft throughout the region, but also in the event that something happens, we have the medical and the infrastructure and personnel in place to provide expedient services and minimize loss of life and try to make sure that if there is an event and someone is injured, then they get care immediately versus having to wait to come to the capital, and that creates an entire problem in itself.
That sounds good, and you guys, it's a very technical area that you both are working in between backswing and aviatrix, and I mean you can hear the root of that word rather means obviously it's aviation related, but the bottom line is this: many people on many of these islands are also going to be introduced to these very key and specialized areas through training and access to gainful employment. And so therefore, economies are set to sort of begin thriving again and moving again, and the wheels in motion on many of the family islands as a result of these presence and what else is to be built out, yes?
Yes, that's definitely correct, Shanique. So we recognize that currently there's a dearth of expertise in the areas that we actually need. In fact, we contracted, as I indicated earlier, with Response Plus Medical out of Abu Dhabi to assist us in bringing some of these benefits to our country. And they have originally put forward advertisements for positions. We were able to get about 250 responses on the operational side and about 250 or thereabouts on the administrative side as well. But recognizing that the Bahamas currently does not have sufficient capacity, especially on the medical side, EMTs and paramedics, and obviously our intent is not to rob from Peter to pay Paul, and therefore there are some that we've already brought on board, but we recognize because of expediency that we will initially have to basically bring in expatriates to deliver the services initially. And so those persons will be spread across the country where services to be rendered. But our intent is to make this a fully Bahamianized operation. And so we'll be working initially with a training component where persons who are interested in going into these fields will be able to study and get their necessary certifications and then be deployed. And the intent really is to move persons out of the capital and back into their various heritage homes, I would call it. So especially down in the southern areas. And we have some persons already who have basically raised their hands and said, I'll be one to go down to those locations.
Quality of life, everybody's in search of that, And as long as there is a way to obviously have an economy moving that benefits and assists with that, people are willing to live where life is just slower. Many people are desirous of the slow living. In fact, that's a whole term and a whole thing now. But I want you to talk, gentlemen, let's talk about those ambulances for a moment. I mean, they are huge and spacious. They themselves can, I guess, initially act as a medical center.
Yeah, I mean, those are aviation-rated ambulances. They have higher gross weight capacity than current equipment that's being operated. They'll be outfitted with the latest technology, thanks to our partners in Abu Dhabi, that's ensured that we receive the same spec and level of equipment that they're currently using at the Abu Dhabi airport and the other areas where they operate currently. They currently have about 600 of these units in operation throughout the region. And so we're taking away from what works for them with the model, slightly adjusting it to fit our diaspora, but we are intent on providing a level of service through these ambulances that has not been seen. And so having these specialized aviation-rated units already in country, and this is just the beginning. As Laurent said, we're gonna, at the peak of this project, probably have around 58 to 60 units in country. Not like this model, more advanced models will be coming over the course of the project, but these base models are state-of-the-art. They're aviation-rated, and they're gonna provide a different level of service than we are currently able to provide in the Bahamas.
Yep, everyone breathes a huge sigh of relief, quite frankly. How will enhanced forecasting translate into better decision-making for you, Laron, for you, Michael, and then for the government or government agencies as well?
So on the aviation meteorology side, the improvement in terms of weather forecasting will allow significant benefits to the country, right? Especially to the airlines. Currently, most of the airlines transit through our territory with very little information around the weather that's actually happening in our territory. And because we're a nation of islands with significant bodies of water separating us, we always run into what we call convective activity, where you have these pop-up storms. With the technology that we're utilizing, proprietary as well as other technology that we have partnered with federal agencies out of the US, we will be able to actually provide information to those airlines much in advance. Usually they get the information like 10 to 15 minutes before the storm or before the storm is occurring. With our technology, they will be able to get it up to 45 minutes in advance, which allows them to make deviations in their path, which will allow for smoother flights, and in most instances, a shorter flight, which translates into lower fuel costs. And so that's one of the beauties of this project on the aviation meteorology side, is that although there will be a requirement for the airlines to pay for these new and additional services, the savings that they would actually generate. And this is something that happens
like in other jurisdictions.
All around the world.
These systems and programs or initiatives are in place and airlines pay for them.
Yes, they do.
Because after all, it benefits them. Safety, as you say, on-time record, that kind of thing, costs.
And to add to what Laron is saying, we're actually now already seeing the benefits. I don't think we've spoken since the passage of the last hurricane, but our meteorologists and our technology was actually used to assist with the evacuation flights in and out of the Southern Islands, and we even got notes from the airlines that were assisting the government saying they would not have been able to do the number of flights and without our technology being available. So we're already seeing the benefits of it, and the system's not even fully rolled out yet. So once it's fully rolled out, the benefits are going to be endless for the airspace users and for those communities, especially in times of severe weather events that we're seeing more frequently.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, this is absolutely something that the nation needs. Obviously, it benefits aviation and international airlines as well as local airlines. But the nation needs this just for the forecasting aspect of it all, for obviously the emergency response when that can be accessed. Really, really awesome. Looking forward to hearing more, gentlemen. Good news in time, just before the new year, right? And in time for the holidays. Good news in terms of the emergency response that's on in country right now, and more to come. Michael Strawn, Chief Operations Officer at Baxvin, and Laron Burrows, President and CEO of Aviatrix. Thank you both very much for being here this evening.
Thank you. Good evening.
Absolutely. Listen, when we come back, we're going to shift gears. Ian Thomas is here. I saw Jaden and Valencia running around trying to ask him for Cubre Libre. I hope they know that they're still working. We're going to talk about that when we come back here on Beyond the Headlines after the break.
We have to be mindful that as much as we want touristic development, what impacts the fisheries? Over-coastal development, destruction of mangroves, overzealousness of the industry. We have a new movement called do-it-yourself fishing. That is anglers who come to the Bahamas, they don't engage in hiring a guide. Because of this approach, you are going to have people who are going to exhaust the resources.
This is an industry that's preserved. It should be for Bahamian guides only. We have the DIYs coming in here, and they're destroying our flats.
We try not to overfish certain areas, so we'll fish a certain area and we'll back off for a while because we don't want the fish to feel too much pressure.
It's not just using the buzzwords of the environment and the ecology. The tourists can be educated that the more you support local ownership, people are doing it obviously the right way, the more the economic circulation in the communities.
I think the most critical thing is accountability, and that accountability by way of legislation, both the Act and regulations to govern fly fishing in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
I look at conservation efforts and the regulation that I've seen to protect the industry that's in the developed world. All of those jurisdictions have implemented strong regulation to protect their fisheries. We are way behind, but we do have a movement and a consciousness. We know where we need to be. Those are our resources, and we have to make an exerted effort to protect it because that's the only gift that we have been given. And if we don't protect that, then we lose everything.
Building the lodge, I understood clearly the mission to continue what my father started. From this lodge, it has served as the headquarters. We finally got legislation passed in 2016, and it legitimized the guiding profession. We pushed to get the program established into BAMSI in the training of the next generation of guides, but it extends way beyond that.
We need more Bahamians in the industry who are doing the research to provide the information to the industry, that is to fishermen and to everybody who benefits from the resources.
We don't know the resources in this country. We grew up just hearing about sun, sand, and sea.
It is going to be through education and awareness, whether it's within our schools, whether it's in our communities, to conserve the environment, that is going to sustain the fly fishing industry.
Well, the future of fly fishing in the company, I think fly fishing is a very, very unique spot. I think it's going to get better because the guides are now being all certified. They're all getting proper knowledge of handling and how to run the whole system.
If you're a youngster and you want to get into this, it's a job like any other job. You got to live it. You got to love it.
Young entrepreneurs coming in, you want that kind of interest, you want that kind of drive and desire. You want to carry that. You want to become the product.
Have you heard about Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back? Get up to 20% off your toys or bicycles, electronic ride-on cars, four-wheelers, and motor tricycle purchases. All electrical item sales are final. Bring in a current year Janae's back-to-school purchase receipt, valued more than $50 excluding VAT, and get an additional 10% off. Restrictions apply. And don't forget the Christmas decorations, balls, and ornaments. Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back going on now. Extended store hours till 7 p.m. Hurry in and get more bang for your bucks.
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. 1 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
I'll tell you, the whole production team buzzing with excitement because Ian is here. And I see him he came with his hands swinging. He didn't come with what they need, that's all I'm saying. But other things he has. But Ian, let's just jump right in. Good evening to you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Ian, it's nearly the Eve. Oh, it is the Eve before Christmas Eve. That's how it is. Right, that's it, Ellington. Yes, yeah.
That's what it is? Eve
yeah.
before the Eve.
Yes.
You're celebrating the Eve before. Okay, that's cool. Good evening, Shanique Miller.
Good evening.
Man, I like you in this black, man.
Thank you.
You look amazing. And let me just say what I got to say. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Thomas, and I am here from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers, of course, is a marketing company, is it?
I believe so.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Dial 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Oh boy, Shanique, you getting on by today. Hey man, lucky man, hours left and it's the big breakdown and we're gonna get out of here and do all kinds of different things. Shanique Miller, surprisingly, racism is becoming kind of prevalent nowadays, and you know, a lot of people, some people even accuse me of being a racist. And I'm like, there couldn't be anything further from the truth. Some of the closest people that come to my house are black people, like my housekeeper and my gardener and my pool guy.
So you only think black people could do that kind of
No,
work?
I just mean those, I invite them to my house, so
he's
I
not
can't
racist.
be a racist.
No, you're an elitist.
Stop it, buddy. Boy, we are laughing. My way, I gotta jump straight into this. I don't even know what to say. I gotta start off with the Jimarito eye honey. Everybody's been calling me for this.
Yeah.
The Jimarito eye honey, the
you.
bee honey. Yes. This is ideal for individuals who are suffering from glaucoma, cataracts. It helps individuals with that. Also, individuals who might have floaters in their eyes. It removes mucus and blurriness, all that stuff to improve your vision. This is going like crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're experiencing anything with your eyes, any vision problem, give me a call. I use it myself. You can see I wear glasses. And some people ask me how effective it is, but everyone's eye condition varies. So you want to try it out and you want to use it for a couple of weeks. The recommended dose is like twice per week. Some people go to 3 times a week, and I use it. The last time I used it was Saturday, so I'm probably going to use it probably tomorrow and everything like that. But it's very good. Some people experience a slight burning when you first put it in. It's going to last for about 10-15 seconds, and after that, you'll feel better. But you'll see some improvement in your vision, and this is a wonderful gift. It's only $75, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to get this if you're dealing with any eye issue. Also, last time I was here, let me just go straight to this. I shouldn't even be talking about this right now, but anyway, if you're having any blackouts, I spoke about this before. I remember if I turn sideways. Okay, cool. If you're having any blackouts or when the electricity goes off, you don't have to worry anymore. Blackouts are no problem. You can power your TV, your fan, your refrigerator, your cell phone, your laptop with this indoor generator.
Yeah, it's compact.
It's so compact. It's wonderful, and it's
no
lightweight.
Fumes and whatnot.
No fumes. You don't need any gas, any diesel, any propane, anything. So what I do with mine, I have an indoor and an outdoor generator. So sometimes when I don't want to turn on the outdoor generator, I use this and I plug it into the wall when electricity is on. It holds all the power in it, and then when the power goes out, you can just take it and plug all your devices into it, and now you have power. I can take it by my cousin's house, I can take it to the family islands at some friend's house. Individuals who have boats, they use it for that. So this is a wonderful thing to have, wonderful gift for yourself or whatever, especially individuals who may have elderly people in their homes or so live alone, and sometimes the power is very necessary because it may be powering some device that might be life-saving. So this is a wonderful gift, $2,375. That's a giveaway price, especially when you're thinking about something like spoilage with your food, and it could be a lifesaver for somebody. So this is definitely something to think about. Also, Shanique said she liked this.
Yes.
Last time I spoke about it. You want to go to the gym, or you go to the gym and you exercise, you say, you know what, I want to start a new exercise routine, and I just want to be able to go to the gym or have gym type of equipment at home. This walking pad, we don't want to call it a treadmill because this is a fraction of the size of a treadmill. It says no gym needed anymore. Get your steps in no matter what the weather's like. It's a portable treadmill. It has a handheld remote control, so you can raise the speed and lower it, and of course, and it also has an elevation, so you can, so it can become more restricting. So this is a great gift for yourself, especially after you're probably gonna go and pig out. I know you shouldn't even use pig out over the Christmas holiday, and you want to start losing some weight and get yourself into a routine. This is wonderful, and what I like about this, like I said, doesn't matter if the weather's bad outside. You can sit down, you can watch Beyond the Headlines while it's on, while you're just walking inside and get your steps in. So this is a great gift for yourself and anyone who anyone you care about. This, I have it right here. I don't know why I'm doing two things. This is the cayenne pepper that we talked about. You can hold it, Shanique Miller. This is the cayenne pepper liquid drops. It cleanses. I hummed up there. It cleanses your entire system, increases energy and stamina by increasing blood flow. Now, this is cayenne pepper. What's included in it? What are you reading?
It's listen. First of all, hawthorn.
Yes, hawthorn.
Beetroot, turmeric, vitamin K2 plus D3.
Yes. Are those important vitamins? That
they absolutely.
Those are definitely. You can let me check it out.
Ellington, look at
Ellington.
Ellington.
Look at it. Yeah.
Ellington,
and you know what, Ellington? You know what it's good for? Like blood flow. So it's good for downstairs too. For men, and like Shanique told me last night after the show was finished, she said, "Ian, women need proper blood flow too, so don't leave them out."
Absolutely, yeah.
So this is amazing, and it tastes great. It doesn't have a terrible taste. So you take about 2 or 3 drops a day. Man, listen, I drive around all day and I just take drops.
So it's energy as well.
Energy, wonderful skin. People always say, my God, Ian, you have wonderful skin. You have beautiful skin. And I said, yeah, I do this. And I have another routine that I also do. But this is great. This is great. It's only $34.95. It's a great gift. It's something that someone needs, and it's healthy. So that's what I like about it. Also, I want to let individuals know the anti-snoring device. I didn't bring any out. The anti-snoring device. People have been calling about this. Only $19.95. Anti-snoring device. Sleep more peacefully. Well, I thought he was going to put me on this camera. But sleep more peacefully. It's only $19.95. You want to give me a call at 552-0212. Why someone leave out my number? But my number's on the screen. 552-0212, the anti-snoring device. It's made of some nice silicone, so it doesn't really bother you when you sleep. You insert it into your nose, into your nostrils, boom. It opens up your breathing passage, or passages, and it allows you to breathe properly, so you don't have and individuals who are dealing with sleep apnea. This is also, it's not a cure for it, but it can also aid in making the whole situation much better. So this is great. And like I always say, if you've ever slept next to somebody who's drink, oh my goodness, women and some men who drink, you hear that drunk snore? Woman called me, sir, I need this, please. It's to save my marriage. I have to sleep in another room. Are you serious, Shanique? Are you serious? This is good. It opens up the breathing passages, and it's made of some nice soft silicone, so it's wonderful. Only $19.95. Give me a call. This is a great gift for yourself even. Because if you don't want to, you say, let me give this to this man, let me give this to this woman, because they sound like a freight train coming through when I get it. This is this device here. This is the ultrasonic dog training tool, but it's also an ultrasonic device that stops your neighbor's annoying dog from barking. So, plus it can help you train your dog. This is $89.95. So you individuals who go walking in the evening time, I know Shanique does that. She goes walking in the evening time. I see a lot of those beautiful women, and I know you're all watching because they always come by and scream, hey, I like you, Shanique. Nice, three beautiful elderly women, they go walking by and they say, I see you all the time.
That's their right.
They say, I got to get that from you.
That's their right.
This is amazing. Now you don't got to walk around with a big rock in your hand or stick trying to chase those dogs. You take out your device, you point at the dog, and this ultrasonic sound that, of course, that humans can't hear, only the dogs can hear, it's going to deter them from coming and barking. I had some dogs running around by my yard and stuff. And some of them dogs come in people's yard and mess up the yard. I'm talking about defecating in your yard. You ain't want that. You run those dogs out of your yard or whatever it is, or you have a dog, a neighbor's dog, just yapping all night. You press that.
So what's the distance? Like it can be from your house?
Oh my, Shanique, really, you asked the best questions. Now, I haven't done a field test, but I'm gonna say 20 to 25 feet.
Oh, that's good. So
20 to 25 feet.
You can shut the neighbor's dog up.
You can shut the neighbor's dog up, but most importantly, when you're walking, you have that routine. You just press it right there. And what I did when I was trying it out, I did it, and the first thing the dog did was it did the head like all the dogs. They do their head like this, like a surprise look. And then they back. And it's a great deterrent. So you can even check it out on TikTok or YouTube and see the kind of results that individuals have. It's called the ultrasonic device. It's an anti-barking device. It's going to stop dogs from making that noise and charging you and all that stuff. Also, I want to tell you, people have been asking me about the blood pressure monitor. Blood pressure monitor, it's on, right. You put it on your wrist, very easy, very straightforward. We've sold many of these. It's so easy. You put it on your cuff like this, because the lady says, I saw it on the television, but I wasn't sure if it was for the wrist or for the arm. And you press it.
Please remain seated and refrain from talking during measurement, and keep cuff at the heart level.
And it's going to take your blood pressure, and it's going to give you a proper reading. As you can see, the screen is big, so if you're visually have some challenges, you can listen to it, or you can read it. And what they said, people in the medical field, some people try to go ahead and take their blood pressure every day. You shouldn't do that. You should do it about 2 or 3 times a week, because sometimes you get like a panic attack, and then it can fluctuate. Also, individuals who take it in the morning time, you go ahead and you go eat first, then you take it, it's going to be off. So you wake up in the morning, you take your blood pressure monitor, use your blood pressure monitor.
Yeah, because when you
take
eat and do all that stuff.
Yes, give you a proper reading. Maybe 2 or 3 days later, you do the same thing. Then you write it down, so when it's time to go to your doctor for your checkup, now you can have some kind of pattern to see, you know, which you've been dealing with. So this is a great thing. Like I always say, people say, man, I ain't no big fat person. My cousin fat, he need that. But it doesn't matter if you are heavy or you're slim. You need to have a blood pressure monitor in your home. Every house should have it. And a couple of months ago, I had a bad spate with low blood pressure. And I'm like, low blood pressure? And I wasn't aware that the doctor said low blood pressure is just as bad as high blood pressure. Yeah, I had a dizzy spell, and that was crazy. So I really telling you guys, this is so important to get yourself a blood pressure monitor. You got a guy or female who's in a blue collar job, or someone who likes to go walking in the evening time, or someone who does work in the ceiling, and you need a light in the ceiling. Ooh, that's bright, eh? And you put this on. There, we're here. You put this on your head, of course, and it comes with, and it does so many different things. Individuals, even if you're stuck and you're doing some work, and maybe you're exercising, or your car is pulled over and you're doing some changing a tire or anything. This is great. You can see what's happening in the dark. A husband and a wife called me from the island, and they said, Mr. Thomas, I need that thing because me and my wife is go crabbing late in the night. So if you're an individual, probably like Ellington, he's go looking for crab late in the night. This is ideal for ideal for people who go. Leave me.
Ellington, leave you, please. Wait a second. Ellington, do have every right to come that?
Okay, here we go. Minoxidil. You want to grow your hair? My boy say, man, that gal hair so short she could roll her hair with rice. But minoxidil, this is good. You can, Shanique, stop laughing. Shanique, you're an adult and a talk show host. You got to stop laughing, man.
Do you know how to behave?
My mommy tell me behave. So listen, minoxidil, this is great. It can grow your hair. Grow your hair, have long, luscious hair, child. And then, so you got a ball smart, you put it on your hair, guys, bam. Or women, thinning hair. This is great. In about 2 to 3 weeks, you're gonna see some results. And of course, you're gonna keep on going until you get your desired length, what it is. So the minoxidil hair growth serum helps regrow hair, protect against hair loss, reactivates hair follicles, grows stronger and thicker hair. This is great. Also, guys, you know, some guys can't grow a beard. It come out kind of patchy. You could use it there too. So you got the guys who have the losing hair there and want to grow beard, and women who want to get their edges back. You know, some women from early stages in their life, they probably had their hair pulled back so tight,
stress
all the edges gone. Well, the stress. I like that. That's a good word.
Yeah.
That is ideal for that.
Stuff.
Yes. So that is a wonderful thing. And oh Lord, what's the favorite that everyone has been calling me for? I ain't even bring it out here now. But ladies and gentlemen, if you are, well, I've been getting a lot of calls this morning. Look at my phone going off right now. Stop calling me, man. I'm on the Shanique Show. If you are a gentleman and you might be dealing with ED, that's erectile dysfunction, and it's been a problem in your relationship, you don't want to have to deal with something like that. Someone wrote me a letter to you. Earlier today, Shanique, it says, "Good evening, Ian. Please ask Shanique if she knows any place with hiring, because this man I get laying up next to me all Jesus night, he penis ain't been waking in years. I wouldn't mind if he was collecting NIB, but it right here doing nothing. Last week I almost filed a missing person report because I can't tell you the last time I see things. I asked him if his things used to wait for the police force because that stay undercover. Please help. Signed, Dorothy."
Dorothy would have not.
Yes, she write that. I promise Dorothy write that. She say she can't hear last time she see that.
Give her a bully pill.
I give her the bully pill. The bully pill. Dorothy, Shanique said she could buy this for you. Or she give you something. She said, I can put $5 on it for you here. Get the bully pill. The bully pill, you need it if you are dealing with something that it's going to revive your relationship. I'm telling you, it's helped so many people. It's all natural. So if you're on any medication, high blood pressure, diabetes, it's not going to affect. You take one pill, drink some water, and in half an hour, you're ready to go. Some guy says, Ian, I mean, they've seen such a tremendous a change. Said, man, the next morning my wife make me breakfast, or I kind of different. She call me to the daytime, honey, how you doing? It's a difference. And he says, Ian, I've never had a nice, strong erection like this in years. So it's a wonderful thing. It saves so many relationships. And like I said, not only men are calling, a lot of women are calling, and that's what I applaud you for. Women, you're doing a great job to looking out for your man. And like I said, after the physical part of the relationship kind of diminishes, you know, a lot of things can creep in. You know, a lot of things can creep in. So guys, try to keep your partner happy in the bedroom, and you're gonna see so much things happening, especially you guys who dating a woman, sorry about that, and be respectful, who's 5, 10, 15 years younger. I know you're doing your best, but hey, listen, you could do so much more. Do something different. Get yourself the bully pill. 6 pills for $55. And remember, we also deliver. I forgot to mention about that. All these products can be delivered for $5. That's a wonderful thing. Also, people have been calling me from the Family Island about the pillow, about the massage pillow. This is great. I love it. I use it all the time when I watch TV and I watch the show. When I'm not here, this is great. This is only $99. You put it on, it can get your upper back, your lower back, your shoulders, and it feels so good. So you can plug it into the wall, and it massages you, has different speeds, and it rotates, and also it has a heat, or you can turn the heat on or off, and this is great. $99, you're gonna enjoy it. And also if you want that, and if you want the massage gun, the massage gun is $149. This is great. This is a wonderful addition to your home. Everyone can get themselves a nice massage. A lot of people like it, even someone right next to me.
You put it here?
It feels so good.
No, it does. Let me do you.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Let's go.
As you talk.
Man, stop, man. Shanique, stop being crazy. Nothing's good. Okay, listen. If you want any of these products, you have to call me or Shanique Miller and get it done right now, because this is oh my goodness, this is wonderful, Shanique Miller. This feels so good. And you're gonna have a good time. So Shanique, I love it, man. I had such a great time here. And this is a wonderful, wonderful time. You want to get any of these products right now? You give me a call. Ian Thomas, Direct Marketers, 552-0212. You want to get that bully pill? It's going to save your relationship. Everything you see right here tonight. Shanique, I'm so happy I was here with you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Merry Christmas, and we're going to have a great, great time. Give me a call. Ian Thomas, Direct Marketers, 552-0212, 552-0212, 552-0212. 552-0212. Hey, y'all been stopping here. I'm out of here, man. I am out of here. It's wonderful.
Yes. Where's your
Cuba Libre. I had me one on the way driving here, and I'm gonna bring the young ladies them this. I've been on the road all day. People have been asking for products. We've been dropping off products all day, and I'm just gonna go ahead and try to fill all those orders. And lastly, I forgot about this. Don't forget the Rose Toy. The Rose Toy is going to save your relationship. The Rose Toy and the Bully Pill, one is $55, the other is $55. You get both of them, you pay a solid price of $99. Man, you can have a great, great relationship. 6'7", 6'7", 6'7".
What does that mean anyway? We can talk about it after the show, because like seriously, I saw that. I saw Dr. Menace do it, in fact. Listen, I thank you very much, Ian Thomas. 552-0212. Get whatever you need just in time for Christmas. Do you gift wrap?
We do gift wrap. I love that.
Very
yes,
good.
Definitely.
Very good. 552-0212. I want to thank all of tonight's guests. Of course, tonight's Hot Topics panelists, Ellington Ferguson, Garth Rosborough. In the middle of the show, Backspin and Aviatrix. And of course, right here this evening, Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers. And a big thank you to all of you this evening. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been awesome having you join in this evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.